Welcome to the latest Fowler Welch Industry Insight, where we ask experts about trends and issues affecting retail, food production and logistics.
My name is Alice Ellison. I'm the Environment Policy Advisor for the British Retail Consortium. And the British Retail Consortium is a leading trade association for retail, and we represent a range of retailers from supermarkets, DIY stores, fashion, beauty, operating in a variety of modes, so online, offline, high street stores, etc. And we aim to help shape and influence the debate around retail and create and shape opportunities to serve our members and their customers. There's a whole range of issues facing the retail sector. In no particular order, waste and lots of different issues surrounding waste, so packaging waste, in particular at the moment, food waste, and then also moving up the waste hierarchy. So not just looking at reducing the amount of waste sent to landfill, but also about preventing waste in the first place or reusing. So on the supply chain, retailers are doing all sorts of things and they're working in different ways. A lot of them will have their own CSR strategies or corporate social responsibility strategies, and they will have different targets and commitments. So some of them will be on their own operations, which is obviously much easier to control because it's owned by them, and then some of it will be looking at supply chain operations where they may not own those operations, so it's more of a sort of influencing. Well, it's going to vary obviously from product to product. So yes, there are emissions and there is a big carbon footprint in things like distribution, but there also is in the actual raw materials. So another thing that retailers are looking at is responsible sourcing policies, for example, for timber, soy, to prevent things like deforestation. So a big carbon footprint there. I think some of them do have now sort of targets and commitments, as I said before, with their suppliers, and I think just more information exchange, so more setting out what the expectations are and what knowledge and best practice is out there. But I think it's an area where there is still work to be done, and the tier one suppliers, that relationship may be fairly established, but when you get sort of lower down, then I think that's where suppliers are smaller, the supply chain is sort of longer, and that's where work is still ongoing. I think partnership working is definitely the way forward, and partnership working can mean a number of things. So it could mean partnership working across the retail sector with particular suppliers, or it could mean partnership working across your supply chain. Well, a better retailing climate sets out 6 or 7 direct impact targets, and they're again on the operations. I think going forward, actually, where more change is going to happen very quickly is in the supply chain and at end use, and that's much harder because it's not within the direct ownership or control of retail. That's much harder to set targets and commitments around, but I think that's where a lot of work will be in the future. And also retailers and the British Retail Consortium and manufacturers are signed up with RAP and the 4 UK governments to a successive number of commitments called the court hold commitments, and they currently are around food waste and packaging waste. We're all working with RAP at the moment on court hold 2025, which, if agreed, should be launched early next year, and that's a much more wide-ranging agreement and will cover waste, water and carbon, and we'll look again across the supply chain, hopefully bring in the food and hospitality and food service sector as well.